So I put a lot of effort into making it look more like a butterfly enclosure rather than just like
Yes.
Night of the Living Butterfly.
Moments of Madness Season 3.
We're talking about the weird things that non-neurotypical people do, and we're quite happy with our weirdness, but normal people look at us and go, "You're mad."
Warning, tangents are ahead. Leave now if you need a cohesive narrative or a single linear progression of thought.
Which is like kind of what it looked like before, and I put all the glowing ones up in the higher reaches as well, so that there was less of a strobe lighty sort of effect
Yeah,
from so
yeah,
many of
yeah.
them down when you walked in as well. So, and like I'm weirdly fucking proud of this space because like all I've wanted since they built they gave us the mega dome, which is this great big dome thing with glass at the top and everything. But there's not a lot you can do with it because like
Yeah,
all the
that's
outside things like the butterfly
disappointing.
things you can't build in there unless you build foundations first, and the foundation blocks are like this fucking big, so it takes up
Ah,
half the space anyway.
yeah.
So it's always irked me because from the moment they built it, I was like, I want to make a butterfly dome, like a greenhousey type thing with trees and
Yes.
flowers and butterflies. That's what I want to do with this space,
I mean,
and you
it's
couldn't.
basically every sci-fi movie ever
Right?
has that.
Right? So, but in the release they've just done, they've actually upgraded that dome so that you can put the tree planters in there now. So I was like,
Okay.
excellent. Now we're halfway there. And
Yeah.
then I was like, you know what? I'm pretty sure I've built that thing over the top of other things before. So I reckon I just build the fucking butterfly planters there, then put the dome on top of it, and that'll do what I want to, which it
Yeah.
basically did, and it was fine. And I started building the rest of the base out. And there's some time between then and building the rest of the base, they've done something that increased the spawny of how many butterflies up because it wasn't like that when I
Right.
first built it. I would never have left it that bad because it was driving
Yeah.
me nuts too.
Yeah.
But yeah, once I finished building all around the outside, and I came back in and to show Daniel because that was the first time I'd really gone back in to show Daniel my base. He's like, "You trying to give me seizures?" And I was like,
It was
it
pretty full
wasn't this
on.
bad. It really wasn't this bad. I promised you when I made it, it wasn't this bad. Um, so yeah, and I was like, to fix it, I have to pull it all back down apart, like just the central dome thing. And if any one of the other things that I've done for decorative purposes between the domes and the walkway areas is slightly off, it won't let me rebuild it. So I'd have
Yeah.
to pull that apart as well. Thankfully, none of it was excellent because it's got this weird thing where it gets a bit glitchy. So I can build foundations, put tree planters on it, grow the trees so that they're up higher, so they're visible from the window, so you've got a nice view. And then you can like get rid of the foundation so that you don't have
Oh.
ugly blocks everywhere, but the tree
Yeah.
planter will stay,
Oh, yeah,
right?
yep, yep.
But now the tree planter's there, you can't rebuild in that space.
Yeah.
So you can build things over the top of other things, but if you take something away and then try to rebuild it there again, it won't let you.
It doesn't
So
work.
I
Yeah.
was like really anxious that if I pull it apart, I'd have to rebuild everything, and that really bugged me because I have literally spent whole days on that fucking place. like, like whole days to get the planters where I want them so the view looks how I want it without seeing the ugly planter base and stuff. I just see the trees as I walk past and stuff. It's still a little bit like I'm still not entirely happy with how many butterflies come through the space into the walkway, but
Yeah.
it's a butterfly base, so I've just gone, you know what, it's butterfly base, it's fine. So now I've moved on to I want to make my frog base, but the options that they give you for frogs is like there's literally just the amphibian farm, which can only be outside.
Oh, okay.
And I tried playing around with like you can't put it on a foundation, so I can't make a courtyard. I could make a courtyard, but there's not enough flat spaces where I could make it on the land. Then the farm itself is ugly. I just want the fucking frogs. So I was like,
Yeah.
okay, I can put flower pots on top of it, but then it's just like this big white block of chunk of shit with flowers on it, and
Yeah.
I haven't found the glitchy way to do what I want to do with the frogs yet.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So yeah, I'll get there, but at the moment I haven't found the thing that's gonna work for me.
Yeah.
But I've been building. I've been making nifflers.
Nifflers.
One of the creatures one of the species types. Every time I see it, all I can think of is Niffler.
It's a niffler.
Like, it doesn't have a platypus snout, so I don't know why I
Yeah.
think that. I think it's because the first time I ran into one, the color scheme was Niffler as well, and the way it stood,
Okay.
it was a
Yeah.
very hunched over like a Niffler, even though
Yeah.
it didn't have the duck
The
bill.
nose.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so so I just think of it as Nifflers, and then one of the species variants gives it feathers, so I've been making them like chickens. So I've got a farm area where I've got all of my food stuff growing, and I
Yeah.
put an animal thing there and started just making nifflers and putting them in there with
Yes.
feathers on them, so it looks like multicolored chickens. Why not? And there's one over there that is a whole bunch of dog X's, which sort of look a little bit like dogs.
Yeah.
So yeah, so I just
You
need to
got
go
your
and get some.
farm.
Well, yeah, and then I need to go and get some more buffaloes so that I
Okay.
have the cow,
Yeah. The
the chicken,
cows,
and the
the
dogs.
chickens, and the dogs. Yeah.
Yeah, probably get some
Are there
antelopes
any
too.
sheep?
No, it's not
You
sheep, but there's like antelope looking things or deer
okay.
looking things.
Yeah.
Alien deers, but
Yeah.
deers. But yeah, my fish base, like from you saw from the tour, they've got the sharkies and the crab things in there. So that makes
Yes.
sense. They're the water animals.
Yeah.
So yeah.
All the animals.
Yep. And the other thing that bugs me is they've got a holographic projector thing that you can build, right? And you put things in there, it projects a holograph with them,
Yeah.
which is fine for the fish. It does the fish well. I've done two in my fish base, and it puts up a visual of the fish. Not as big
Hmm.
as I would like, but it still looks like the fish. Excellent.
Yeah.
The butterflies, it projects them. It looks like the butterfly, but they do them flat like that. So you sort of have to
Oh, so
get
you
up
have
over
to
the top of it to really
stand
see it.
over
Yep.
it. Yeah. Why
Yep.
wouldn't they put it vertical?
Yep. Then the frogs they have, and it projects the frogs, but it's just like a blue and white holograph thing. It doesn't actually look like a real 3D
Yeah.
holograph of the frog. So
Yeah.
I've just sort of been scratching my head going, I don't understand what the difference in how they approach this. And since
Yeah.
it's a holographic projector, the fish should be bigger than the regular size fish anyway, in my mind.
Yeah.
So I've actually, I put three now next to each other, put a frog, a fish, and a butterfly in there and took a screenshot of it. And I'm thinking about going to their Discord and saying, you can you maybe just as a suggestion, maybe rethink this.
Yeah. Rationalize it a little bit more so it's more
Yeah,
consistent and more display.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Because in my mind, that's the whole point of the fucking thing. Would be also nice
Surely
if
that would be an easy fix too, because they just need to design
yeah,
the asset, right? It's like
yeah,
they just need to tweak the
yeah.
graphical representation, so get
Uh,
an artist to tune it up and make it more consistent.
Honestly, when it comes to Planet Crafter, I tend to be less whiny. I sit back and go, I'd like to be able to do this. It'd be great if I could do this, but I also know that they're actually only a 5-man five-man
Okay,
team.
wow.
Yeah, so what they've done with only 5 men
That's astounding.
is fucking awesome. Like the
That's a pretty
graphics are
amazing
pretty
game.
pretty. Yeah.
Yeah.
What I really think they need more of, I think they really need to get a writer on stuff
Yeah.
and get more storyline behind it, because the
Yeah.
whole storyline of it is actually just some comms that you get on a screen.
Yeah.
And then the endings, they've got a few different endings, which is great, but it's like literally you get on the extraction rocket and go up, and it's just what text appears on the screen that's different. So I feel like they need to get a
Yeah.
writer in to help them flesh out the story a little bit more. But yeah, otherwise, I think we all know that I love Planet Crafter. Like I've been
Yes.
playing Planet Crafter
Clearly.
for on and off since they first released the new early release, basically.
Yeah.
Like absolutely love the game. It was my I played Raft because of the click. I will
Yeah.
never forgive him for that. And then Planet Crafter was next, and then Subnautica was after that. Yeah, so
But,
I was actually thinking about it just last week. I was like I think the biggest problem is mentally. I am actually still very much a child, you know.
Yeah.
I
I'm
really,
laughing
really
because
am.
me too.
Yeah, so I'm to expect, and I don't know if this is autism, ADHD, or just lack of being raised properly by a parent who taught me how to go on in society.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know what's going on. I miss things. I don't know how people keep in touch. I don't know how to be an adult in the world, but people expect me because I am 47 now,
Yeah.
yay, grow me, to be an adult in the world.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, people know about, like, I have things that I like and I'm passionate about and everything. I don't know how to keep up with any of it. Like,
Yeah.
I don't even know when new models come out, and like, until I walk in the games world and see a new one, no idea that Rocar brought out new stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm on their mailing list. It's
Yeah.
just like this sheer volume of things you want to keep up with. If you like get on like mailing lists and stuff like that, you just have a spam mailbox of
Yeah.
stuff, and
I find the information overload is quite often a hard thing to handle, like
yeah,
filtering out the stuff, the noise from the signal, like for you
yeah,
personally. I
yeah.
I
Well,
find that a big challenge because they
it's
give you so much crap too. Like when you sign up for a mailing list for, oh, I liked,
yeah,
their products. Sure, go ahead, sign me up. But then you're like inundated. And I'm like, I can't keep up with
yeah,
all this crap. I really wish that the marketing approach wasn't just like, give people this avalanche of options and products
mm-hmm,
and deals. And
yeah.
I feel like, and there's always this like sense of urgency, and that really makes me just go, nope.
Yep. Like Ticketek, right, has cornered the market on concerts and events and shit like that,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And yet their offering of how to keep track of things and keep updated with things and everything is piss weak.
Mm.
Like I went to Ticketek because like
But
Dad's coming to
because
town in June, and I
it,
was like, surely I should be able to see what's on in this date range in Melbourne. You can't without talking to
yeah,
their chatbot. Their chatbot can tell you, but there's no way for you to filter their website to events
yeah.
just for this. That's insane to me.
Because when there's not a healthy competition or
They
anything,
don't have
why
to.
should they
Yeah,
bother? Why should they
yeah,
bother actually making useful tools for people?
yeah.
Because that doesn't increase shareholder value.
Yep.
Anyway. I think that's one thing we're completely in sync on. Running sucks. I just,
Like I don't understand running, and I don't understand walking for the sake of walking. Like
see, that's where we diverge. I love
mm,
walking
no.
because I like looking around and it helps my brain process things. So I
Mm.
really like walking. But
See,
running is for suckers, man.
the activity of walking doesn't bother me. It's the leaving the house just to meander about that doesn't do. Like I could quite happily, if I had a treadmill here, I could probably quite happily have stand on the treadmill while I'm
Yeah.
reading a book or watching something or something. Daniel won't let me buy one because he's a meanie poo head. Actually, like
Really?
he's got legit reasons. He's like, if you can prove to me that you will actually do regular exercise, then I will not give you shit about spending a lot of money on a treadmill. Because
Yeah.
that's his sticking point. It's not the treadmill itself, it's the
It's
wasting
the
money.
cost. Yeah. It's the treadmill
Yeah.
collecting dust, which I can agree
Yeah.
with because we have that problem here.
Well, it's the same as like, I really wanted a Switch, a Nintendo Switch,
Yeah.
right? And I won and grumbled about it, and I got it for Christmas, and I was excited, and I got Pokemon, and that's all I really wanted. I wanted to be able to play the Pokemon game for once, So I spent a few weeks there obsessively playing it and clocked the game. I played some other game and clocked that game, and then I've never really touched it again. And he
Yeah.
acts like I've wasted his money or something, because like it's like, yeah, okay, I get it. I own it now. When I feel the urge, I'll play it again. But you were gonna probably spend that much on a gift for me anyway, and no matter what gift you got me, I would probably have been obsessed about it for a few weeks and then forgotten about it for a while.
Yeah.
So I don't understand why he's so upset. It's not
Yeah.
like I took money away from him to buy a thing that I never touched
Yeah.
for no reason. They were gonna buy me a gift.
I think, if he's going to be, the lawyer, you should just be clear. How many days, how many hours do I have to use this thing for you to feel that you have justified the cost. Just be really clear and upfront. Give me a number. I will do that many.
Well, it's interesting because like he owns a Switch. I've never seen him play it. He owns a PS5 now that he's got a computer. He doesn't play it.
Yeah.
So how often do I have to use something for you to not judge me for owning it? Because that's what it comes down to. You're judging me for owning it.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
exactly.
How many hours counts before it's justified? Just you say the number, and then we have a framework to work within.
Yeah. So, just leave me the fuck alone, man. Like the naggy about me never using it makes me less want to use it.
Yeah.
Like you've now tied it to a negative emotion.
Yeah.
So
now there's already the disapproval. So yeah.
Well, I'm kind of waiting for how long it's going to take him before he starts bitching about the keyboard.
Uh-oh.
So, because I've been all the work stress and the overtime and everything, I haven't even cracked it. It's out. It took me a while to figure out why the keys were really weird because they put sticky tape all along them. I don't know why they did that.
Okay.
But so it's out. It's on the hobby desk, but no, I haven't played it yet. So, and Christmas was in January for us. So, but the longer he goes without nagging me about it, the more I want to get around to it has come up. So if he just leaves me alone, I'll get to it.
Yeah.
And I'll probably get to it sometime when he's had a shit day, come home late from work, and I'm at home rocking on the keyboard because I don't know how to play it. It'll just be a lot of noise. Anyway.
Well, you can plug some headphones into it so you can't hear.
Where's the fun in that for me?
Oh, that's true.
The amount of annoyance he fucking gives me, you're going to take that away from me?
Turnabout is fair play. I will not dispute that.
Well, he came home from work last night just to gloat that Batman loves him more because Batman was on his bed, not mine, even though both doors were open.
I thought he was whinging before that Batman didn't like him. So just this one time Batman was on his bed. Now it's...
Batman slept in there with him a couple of times recently. So Batman was outside when I went to bed, so I just closed my door and went to bed. I only leave my door open a crack when Batman's in there with me. If he's outside, and I know he's outside, I just close my door.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's ended up sleeping there with Daniel, presumably because Daniel went out to get drinks or something and saw him at the back door and let him in. So now he's ended up with Daniel's room. Anyway. Why you'd want to is beyond me. But
hey, I like Adelaide. It's not.
I like ragging on Adelaide, but it's actually a really pretty city.
It is, and it's so rationally laid out. Really but
everything closes at 5, even on Fridays.
I know.
When we went over for Anna's birthday, it's okay, we got in. It's Friday night. It's it was 4:30, 3, something like that when we got in, and things was we went to a shopping center just to kill some time, and everything was starting to close already. I'm what do people do in Adelaide?
I don't know.
How do you keep the youth under control? There's nothing to entertain them.
The first time I went to Adelaide, I found a lot more to do after hours than in Perth. Perth actually felt and it wasn't like this when I was there on this trip, but my first trip to Perth, I had a work trip. So I was working till 4 or 5. And then I'd have to go back to the hotel and figure out what I was going to eat for dinner and stuff. And I had this one evening, the first evening, I just got room service because I was I'm too tired, fuck it. The second evening, I'm I'm going to go find a place to eat. And I wasn't out in the sticks in Perth. I was near the CBD and stuff. I could walk to my work venue. It felt like zombie survivor scene where there was just nothing. The streets were empty. All the shops were shut. I'm what?
I've never really bothered looking into Perth too hard, but last time I really did any sort of digging into Perth, my understanding was that Perth was someplace that people went to work for a while and stockpile money before they left Perth.
Yeah. So... I think that's less the case now, because it felt really vibrant and there was definitely stuff going on in the evenings. We went out for dinner and it was really nice, and there was obviously a lot of newer development that had happened as well. So it felt very different from when I was there. And maybe I was just in a weird area or something, but like, yeah, I definitely didn't have that problem this time around in Perth.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyway.
CBD in Adelaide has a bit more going on after hours. Like when we went over there
Yeah.
for Comic Con or Supernova, whichever one we went over because Nathan Fillion was there.
Yeah.
So we went over for it. And we stayed in a hotel that was in the CBD area right near the mall there. And yeah, there's a lot more going on.
Well,
Shannon Knoll
that's
getting kicked out of strip clubs, that's entertaining.
that's where I stayed when I was in Adelaide last, which was admittedly like 20 years ago
Yeah.
or something. But
Yeah,
yeah,
this
it was.
last time we were there, we were in a vineyard right out in the outskirts
Oh
somewhere.
yeah,
So
yeah. That's
yeah,
probably would be dead.
nice place. I would highly recommend it if I knew the name of it. Beth will know. But yeah, it was a lovely hotel, nice stay, nice area, beautiful. Right next door to a senior assisted living village.
So very quiet.
Well, yeah, because when we pulled in, you couldn't really see much of the hotel or anything. I'm like,
Yeah.
are we staying in the retirement village? What's going on?
We got it for real cheap.
She got a bit annoyed with me because I kept making jokes about when do we check into the village.
The scones were not as good as Fiona's, though.
Okay.
Just saying. And
who's Fiona and why do we like her scones?
Well, you don't go to the Sydney office very often, but Fiona is the head of the test kitchen. And when they're testing ovens, she makes a giant batch of scones and then they put them all out freshly baked and then put a huge bowl of cream and a huge bowl of jam. And then the huge, massive stampede goes downstairs and wipes it all out in about 5 minutes.
I once very much upset an English lady because I said I love scones, and she's like, "But do you put the jam on first,
then
the cream, or
do
the cream then the jam?"
That fight?
And I said, "I eat them with golden syrup." And she was just aghast. They're basically mini dampers. You eat damper with golden syrup. Why would you think this would taste any like? I love hot scones with golden syrup.
Well,
the golden syrup melts right through.
Yeah.
It's so yum.
That's kind of like, basically the American version of scones is biscuits. Like we call them biscuits. And
they're a bit heavier than scones, though, aren't they? They're denser. Like scones are supposed to be fluffy.
No, good biscuits are supposed to be fluffy. Okay. They might, in practice, be denser, but that's because they've been badly made, in my opinion.
Okay.
Southern biscuits
were scones. So
yeah. So like, here's my food nerd moment. Basically, in the U.S. South, they have a particular strain of wheat that is much lower protein, like soft wheat. Mm-hmm. And Southern biscuits made with that particular wheat are like clouds in your mouth, basically. And biscuits and honey is one of my favorites. So I can totally see golden syrup.
My problem with like the biscuits, like American biscuits, has always been my brain breaks every time I think of them as scones and hear about people eating them with gravy and stuff. I'm like, no, they're afternoon teas and sweets. Why you dip them in gravy? Put golden syrup on it.
Because it's delicious.
Nope.
It is.
Nope.
It soaks up all the gravy and then it's like a gravy delivery system.
Nope. I will die on this hill. Just use bread. White rolls. Dinner rolls.
No.
That's fine.
Biscuits
but not scones.
and gravy.
No. I'm dying on this hill. Do you know, I used to, when I was much, much younger, like Daniel was really, really, really young, I used to make gravy just to have gravy sandwiches because I do love bread soaked gravy.
Yeah.
I don't want scones and gravy. No.
You have to draw the line somewhere and it has had scones.
Do you know what's amazing is if you make thick gravy stew, right?
Yeah.
So the gravy's nice and thick, big chunky bits of beef, big bits of potato.
Yeah.
Make a sandwich out of that. Mm-hmm. So good.
Basically, is so like the turkey version of that is what you do with leftovers from Thanksgiving.
Yeah. Yep. So Anyway,
Now I'm hungry.
I am
What was
hungry.
I talking about?
Like
Okay.
the reason I was excited that my groceries had been shipped is I haven't eaten today yet, and
Oh,
I was like, my groceries are coming because like I'm just sitting around going, I'm hungry, and now it's like 5:20, and I'm like, I probably shouldn't have a sandwich. I should probably just make the stew and have dinner early.
yeah.
I'll figure it out later. Anyway,
You're not
so
going to
have we?
starve to death.
I have enough fat reserves that I'm fine. Okay, my body can eat that for a while. It's all good. My organs are not shutting down anytime soon. But I still am like I have big plans to get my BFF to come on a cruise with me.
Okay. Okay.
You can bring the family. I don't mind.
I just can't. I I I have see your thing about biscuits and gravy.
Hmm.
I grew up on a sailboat, so I can't understand the point of going on a big boat where you don't even realize you're on the ocean.
Yeah, but like it is a different experience though. Like I can't go on small boats. The
Yeah,
motion makes me
yeah, yeah,
sick.
yeah.
But like it's like an all-in-one hotel, and they stop at places so you can go out and see other places.
Yeah,
So you go on the right. Well, we did the Vanuatu, New Caledonia.
yeah,
So you had like 3 days at sea, doing stupid things, 24-hour pizza and a whole bunch of other food
yeah,
options and ice cream and all sorts of stuff, plus the activities that are on the ship. Then you get into port, and you have like basically 3 consecutive days or 4 consecutive days of going to different places.
yeah,
And you disembark and you go and do the native tours and see the historical spots and all of
yeah,
that jazz. And so it's basically, I love it.
yeah. I'm pretty sure my kids would love it.
Well, fine, I'll just take your kids with me
You
then.
could.
Doesn't, but it also would be a different experience going with a BFF.
Okay. Well, look.
Piano bar. Beth loved the piano bar.
All right.
She was a bit upset that like I just kept wanting to take me, and I was just like, oh, I'm nap time now.
If
Nap
for
time.
the right cruise, I'd be willing. Actually, you know what? If we could work out how to do a cruise to Iceland or something like that, I'd be on board for that.
Nothing from Australia that I know of, but we
No,
could
we'd have to
fly over there and
fly.
go on one of those
Yeah,
Scandinavian cruises.
yeah,
There is actually like I think it's like 30-day or 40-day cruise that I would like to do that goes out of Sydney and it ends in Seattle.
Oh,
And it actually
wow.
goes up through Indonesia, Japan,
That is
Hawaii.
intense.
Yeah, but think the amount of things that you can see, because like, there's a few stops along the
Yeah,
way
yeah, yeah.
that I wouldn't mind going to, but I don't really want to pay to go for a multi-day trip there.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
this sort of thing appeals to me. Japan is one I probably wouldn't mind doing a multi-day trip to, but like there's like Singapore, I think I'd be quite happy just doing a couple of things and
That's
seeing a little bit, but
yeah, I wouldn't mind checking out Singapore, but it's never been as big of a lure for me as Japan,
uh,
for sure.
maybe we just need to find one of the hot, cheap Australian vacay packages, like
Yeah.
which but obviously means like Singapore, Japan, Bali type things, and just go on a girls' trip for like,
I'm
you know,
totally up for a girls' trip.
I want to travel. I want to see more, and I want to do it with someone.
Yeah, yeah,
Now, my plan was always like I could find a partner who like was quite happy to let me get excited about the new things that I see and
yeah.
travel with me and everything. That's obviously not on the cards. So now I need to drag my bestie with me because it doesn't. It's like these aren't sex trips, so it doesn't have to be a romantic partner. So. But
Well,
if
it's
you want
good
to turn
to
it
have.
into a sex trip, I'm
Well,
sure we can find the right country for that.
we could.
Amsterdam, I hear, has got the red light thing going on real great.
I mean, pretty much
Anyway,
anywhere has got if you know where to go, right? Just
yeah,
not Dubai.
just depends
Let's.
on your predilections. So, yeah, and I think it sounds stupid, but the way the world's going, I think I'd be really anxious going on a girls' trip, like just two besties going on a girls' trip to anywhere that's really anti-LGBTQ,
Yeah.
because like I think there's so much that is open to interpretation, especially in countries that are more of a theocracy.
Yes.
So, you know, none of the United States of Emirates is anything I want to go near, to be
Yeah.
honest.
Yeah. I've never had much interest in going
Yeah.
in
mean,
there, those kind of places anyway.
no hate on your way of life, or if you're happy living there, or if you're happy visiting there, or whatever there. But I know that I have a lack of censorship going on between my brain and my mouth.
Yeah.
I know that they have some pretty hardline rules about what women can and can't do.
Yep.
And I just don't want to put myself in a position where I might accidentally do something that offends the natives or gets me locked up.
Yeah, for sure.
And I remember reading an article at one stage there that an Australian traveller to the United Nations of Emirates got locked up for having Panadol because they didn't know it was a banned substance over there.
Yeah.
So it's so easy to get into hardcore trouble in some countries.
It is. And when you can't really trust their human rights records, that's not really the kind of holiday I want to be on.
Yep. So basically, let's just fuck off to Sweden.
Yeah, look, I'm up for Nordic countries. That's definitely something I would do.
We should go and do the Iceland or the Finland, which one that have the
ice hotel thing?
Cabins.
I think that's Norway.
Is it all, whatever, but we can take the family because I reckon Adam would be into that, and the kids would probably love it too.
Yeah, and you can kind of like
you go sleep under the
see the Northern Lights. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Let's do that.
That's like a bucket list wish for me.
Yeah.
So is Venice during Carnival.
I'd have mixed feelings about that. If I'm going to Italy, I really want to prioritize Florence because that to me just sounds like an amazing place to go.
Look, there's a few places in Italy I wouldn't mind going, but I would like to be in Venice for Carnival. Yeah, so I wouldn't mind doing like an Italy tour as long as that was part of it. So because like, you know, the whole masquerade type thing and street carnival that appeals to me. So it's like, you know, like whenever I say to people I want to go to Venice for carnival, they always think Brazilian carnival and they couldn't be further from each other. So the idea of like the Venetian masks and everything, it's all so I'm a romantic. Like I sound like I'm not because I'm such a gruffy sort of personality, but I am a romantic, so the whole romance of it just appeals to me. Plus, like, I really love the whole, you know, Victorian and Regency and, you know, that sort of fashion and everything, and that's very much in evidence for Venetian carnival. So yeah. We went to Dracula's for Best 21st. You know what Dracula's is?
No, I don't.
Okay, horror themed dinner theater, basically.
Okay, nice.
Right. It doesn't exist down here in Melbourne anymore. But to get to like the dining area, there's actually like this little cart that takes you down.
Oh, cool.
And I fought like hell to not be on that because I don't deal well with jump scares. And in the end, it was like, nope, have to
go no.
No. So I just went the whole trip like
la 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 in my bubble.
Like it's only like a 2-minute trip down there. It's not like a huge deal or anything, but I don't like jump scares. I'm not going into any horror houses. I'm not doing that. And it's really weird. Like this is the thing that Daniel always cracks up about is the fact that I listen to creepypastas to go to sleep.
Yes. But so that's really different to the visceral scare of being jump scared. Like one's all in your head and the other one is a thing is actually jumping out at you and giving you like a stress adrenaline response.
So I only really watch horror movies if I've read the read the plot first because like I like supernatural. I like horror in written like ready story form, but when it comes to like experiences and like movies where sudden jump and music and everything, I can't deal. I just can't deal with it. I don't like that feeling of almost having a panic attack because I have enough panic attacks. So the fact that feeling can almost trigger me into one, and I just No. So yeah, if I read through, like if I've spoiled it all for myself first, I can watch it because I kind of know when those moments
You
are
can
coming.
brace yourself for it. Yeah.
Yeah, but I sent Beth and Daniel to, I don't know, it was some experience. I can't remember what it was. It was some sort of immersive experience for like some zombie attack or something
Yeah.
once because like it sounded interesting and it was the sort of thing they both liked, but no way in fuck was I going.
Yeah. It's funny, until I was in my early teens, I really, really hated horror altogether. I didn't like scary movies. I didn't like jump scares. I didn't like any of it. And then, I don't know, something just kind of flipped a switch when I got older, where I kind of realized that I could dissociate myself from it. Like I've managed to master that skill, and now I
I'm
love it. But
I'm the reverse of you. As a tween, I was all on top of the latest Stephen
yeah,
King coming out and watching
yeah,
it and everything. All the stuff that I watched growing up now, I have to watch during the daytime as an adult.
yeah.
Because I never know what my brain will fixate on.
Yeah, I just remember loving the X-Files so much, even the really, really creepy ones.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
yeah. Any,
It was
anywho.
funny. I remember my cousins trying to get me to watch Nightmare on Elm Street or something, and I think I was 11 or 12, and I just you could not peel my hands away from my eyes. I was just like, I am not watching this. So I can empathize with that, although I'm not that way anymore. But yeah, I don't think anybody should be forced into jump scares if they're not trying to sign up for
Yeah, right?
that.
Like you don't know. I could have a heart condition. I could have like
Yeah,
any sort of thing. Like,
yeah,
I came for, tongue-in-cheek horror cabaret, not
yeah.
to actually be scared.
Yes, exactly. There's a big difference.
Yeah, but I did leave my phone unattended for like 5 seconds, and one of the wait staff like took photos of themselves like drinking drinks and stuff.
That's funny.
Yeah, and well, the funniest part was that we got penis straws for Beth's 21st.
Uh-huh.
So he was taking a drink. It was cross-dressing.
Yeah.
Taking a drink out of a big cocktail glass with a whole bunch of penis straws in it. So I'm
Classy.
sure I've still got that photo. I'll have to dig it out somewhere. But yeah,
Yeah.
um, yeah, it's happened to me a few times where I've misplaced my phone in a public setting.
Yes.
And I think my favorite was like I went to the Beta Bar, which is like the nerd bar event thing down here in Melbourne,
Mm-hmm.
and where they have drinks called mana potions and stuff like that, and
Yeah.
and arcade games and all that sort of stuff. It's great. And I put my phone down to play a game, and I forgot about it and wandered off, and it did get turned in, which is great.
Yes.
But the girls who found it did like take photos of themselves
Yeah.
first. So
You
yeah,
gotta.
well, yeah, like I think the day that they decide that you can't launch the camera from a lock screen is going to be a sad day for lost phones
Oh
everywhere.
yeah, definitely. The other downside wasn't anything to do with the Indian Pacific or the trip, but right
The sheer
when I
boringness of inland Australia.
no, so when I got on the plane, I noticed I had like a mozzie bite on my knee, and I was like, "Oh, mozzie bite. Wonder where that came from." By the time we had finished the day at Rottnest Island, it had blown up 3 times the normal size of a mozzie bite and was bright red and swollen. So I went to the GP and they're like, yeah, it's cellulitis. Here, have industrial grade antibiotics because it might be a resistant staph infection or something. So basically I could not drink for the entire trip, and there was all these like there was a stop at a winery at the Barossa Valley in South Australia, everything. There was drinks. I'm like, I can't drink anything. And then near the end of my course of antibiotics, I broke out in hives as well. So that kind of put a damper on things. But yeah, I still really enjoyed the trip. I would do it again. hopefully not while I'm on antibiotics next time. Keeping in mind that I had a full-blown case of hives that was covering my entire torso, I'm not exaggerating, and starting to spread down my legs and arms.
Oh God. There's no taking you anywhere, is there?
I know. I'm just a disaster walking around.
That's why we get on.
And on top of that, my poor stepmom had pneumonia the week before, so she was still, like, she was fine, but she was still in recovery in terms of her energy levels. So we kept her pretty chill the first few days, and I had to run to the doctor again to get, like, basically I'd been taking antihistamines and they weren't even helping at all. Just waking myself up in the middle of the night, scratching myself. So
how did you even get the hives? Like, what?
The hives was a response to the antibiotics. I've never had a allergic reaction to antibiotics ever, so I was like, I'm fine.
Were that the antibiotics for the potential staph from the mozzie bite?
Yeah.
Oh, good God.
Yeah. So the staph infection took the industrial strength antibiotics, and for the first time in my life had a reaction to antibiotics.
Wow.
That resulted in massive hives. Like, it started out pretty low key, and then it just kept getting worse and worse. Not helped by the fact that I did not know this until later. So first night in Auckland, the hives weren't too bad. We went out to dinner. I had a cocktail. Apparently you should never, ever have alcohol when you have hives. Bad. So it just like flared up super bad after that. And I was like, wow, it was getting worse, worse, worse. So by Easter Sunday, I managed to find a walk-in clinic that was open, and they gave me some prednisone to help bring it down. And after, I think it took about 3 or 4 days of taking steroids for it to finally clear up so that I wasn't itching. Yeah, that was not fun.
Wow.
Bad at endings and goodbyes, so fuck off till next time. Like and subscribe for more anti-social abuse.
Thank you for listening to Moments of Madness podcast with Molly and AJ. Subscribe on our website, Spotify, Apple Podcasts or YouTube, and please leave a comment or join our Discord server for more madness. Talk to your GP to find out if Moments of Madness is right for you. Side effects include distraction, inappropriate laughter, eye rolling, as if, social anxiety, headache, nausea, drowsiness, and memory loss. Moments of Madness, as if. Goodbye, Greer.